We have enough confidence, we have enough potential. When I was studying in Arena Multimedia, I was very adamant that I will study only animation. Madras Cafe, Fukre, Ragini MMS2, Satyagraha, 1920, Ras, Mr. X, Creature. Back to back, he was doing a lot of films.
For any animation or VFX aspirant who wants to make it big, I think there is no better role model than KV Sanjit.
Knowledge is never be outdated. As I said, knowledge is important, but skill is stick to one thing which you are good at. Being myself an ex-Arena alumni, and it's a privilege for me to give something back to what I've studied.
Kantara is now become a pan-India, pan-global brand.
Yeah.
It has become. By itself is a brand now.
Yeah. No, first part itself become a good brand, but so we all have the intention. The second part has to be the best than the first part.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to one more episode of Unfiltered Conversation brought to you by Arena Animation. It's a real honor to have with us KV Sanjit, VFX Supervisor of Kantara Chapter 1, the movie which went on to make crores of rupees, 800 plus crores at the box office, and a path-breaking film in many ways, more than one. Also, KV Sanjit, one more reason we have to celebrate is he's an Arena Animation alumni. He's also done VFX for Sardar Udham, which won him the award for Filmfare as well as IIFA. His body of work is really enriching and credible, and worked in several films as VFX Supervisor, including Madgaon Express. Is currently working in some very big projects, and really grateful and thankful to KV Sanjit for coming and giving us his time. So Sanjit, we are at Arena Animation. We are really proud to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I'm very much interested when you mentioned about this podcast, and being myself an ex-Arena alumni, and it's a privilege for me to give something back to what I've studied.
Yeah. So Kantara wasn't just a film. It was a cultural event. And what was your role, and what did the responsibility of that project actually feel like from inside?
First attempt itself, we knew because it's the second part of the first series. So when I got the call, I got super excited, and I knew it's going to be big. Then I met the director. I flew down to South, and he narrated the entire script. From there, I didn't never look back. It's a complete takeoff only. Yeah. So the day he narrated the script till the October 2nd, the film got released. What excitement which I had after watching the entire film, that excitement was there when he narrated the first day itself. So that much of excitement was there, because it's like a children candy store for me. So if you name it in Kantara, you got all the verticals has been touched. Not even a single thing as an VFX concept, it's not been done in Kantara. You name it animals, you name it fire, you name it sequences, compositing, extension, generation, matte painting, everything has been covered in Kantara. So morphing and slimming down. So for me, it's like a complete package for me to showcase my talent in a proper a tailored manner. So I love to jump into the conversation, and I just said, yes, sir, I'm doing it.
Yeah. So I was just reading through some anecdotes, and there were some 3,000 plus VFX shot, and you stayed there at that place. It's like a forest, Kundarpura. And can you explain a little bit about that place, the technicality of the shot? Because here you were also meeting your deadline. Normally you shoot a film VFX, it takes 5-6 months. Here you were bang on time. You committed that this movie will release on this particular date, bang on time. How the complexity of the shots, how you managed so many months you stayed there in a place there. So it's really fascinating.
Yeah, we all, the entire, not only me, the entire team was there for 2 years. We were staying there in Kundapura because the script demanded that's the root of the origin of all the folklore or devas. It's all from that root only. So director was very keen on filming it on the rooted ground only, not to go on established or elaborated sets and all. So it has to be very much rooted to the origin of the story. So the entire team stayed there, and we scouted all the locations of Kundapura area. It has to be the Western Ghats, and that's the way we have executed the entire project. And releasing on time, it's I think the big hand goes to the producer of Hambale, Mr. Vijayanna, Mr. Chelvegowda. So they were the key players in it. So it's their insistency, their push, and their guidance and their support only. We were able to do it on time release. And beyond that, there are two more lead technicians, I would like to say, rather than artist or hero. That is the director and DOP. So they were the complete pillars for our execution for the entire project.
Correct. And so this is Kantara is a film so rooted in ritual, folklore, and raw visual mythology. As a VFX supervisor, how do you serve that kind of storytelling without overpowering with technique?
So when we had a first discussion with director, he narrated the script short wise and scene wise. When he narrated it short wise and scene wise, he's very specific about what has to come here, what will come here, why it's coming here. So everything has a meaning towards it. It's not like for a what do you say, for applause, to get an applause for a tremendous shot, we have made a shot. To have that type of a moment, then there is a backstory for it. So everything was clearly explained to me, and he had a one vision in mind that none of the sequences or VFX should empower what you said right now. That was his motto.
Okay.
Director's first agenda is nothing should empower the story or the storytelling. It should be gel blended with the rooted for the environment and the forest environment, and it should enhance the storytelling. Should not overpower the visual spectacle. Should not overpower the storytelling narration. So that was his main agenda. So what could we do for that? So that was his question. So for that, we made sure that, sir, let's shoot everything live. And he also preferred that only. I also agree with that. So, but there are certain difficulties in shooting everything live. So what happened is, in a frame, we have like 60% frame is live and 40% is CGI. Means, so let's put our all efforts on the 40% to bring it live instead of creating the entire 100%.
Okay.
So we worked in that manner. So any background plates, anything, everything what you see is live only. Nothing is. We knew that something has to be generated, like animals has to be generated, fire has to be generated, because forest there is no permission to shoot in a forest location with fire. And certain sequences we need a huge ground for the climax. So that also live forest only we got shot it. Later on, when we have to go to a CGI thing because of non-permission in night shoot. Shooting a vast location, it's there is no permission first of all denied due to forest conservation. So we have to shoot that in a studio, a chroma floor. Rest everything was live locations only. So we knew this is what the live locations means. For the chroma floor also, we shot the background live.
Okay.
And we stitched the background. We made it day for night, and we matched it exactly as per the continuity of the day shoot, and we generated that one in night.
See, you have been in this industry for more than 2 decades, 23 years to be precise. And your journey has been absolutely inspirational. I mean, you worked in so many iconic projects, but it took one Kantara to really shoot you into prominence and the sort of following and the sort of looking forward. And I'm very much excited to look forward to your new projects also, because that's a sort of instant recognition and prominence Kantara got. It also got, I think, Rishabh Shetty the National Award for the movie.
Yeah, first one.
And definitely, I mean, the way the film is shot, I mean, there is hardly anybody who will say the film was bad. I mean, that's the power of visual storytelling. And did you envisage, I mean, when you were going through the rungs of your career and building this, do you ever envisage this moment? Do you ever thought about this moment that a movie like Kantara will come and it will change everything, the dynamics for you? As things change for you now, in terms of high-scale budget opportunities, which is going to come your way? Or your own thinking has changed? And how do you feel? I mean, after 26, how do you feel about this super blockbuster success of Kantara and your own contribution in such a big way to the film?
Okay, thank you for that compliment. Yeah, I'm very happy for it. I'm blessed. It's by God's grace, I've got it. We put all of our hard work and we achieved it. That's good. Yeah, post Kantara, there was a difference in terms of budgeting the project, whichever I'm choosing. So there comes in a budget, and the meanwhile, not only the industry also shift in that manner. Right now, we have to have a large scale audience for the theater audience. We need to do a large scale film where they can pull the audience, because or else if it's a normal soft movie, people tend to go into OTT, watch in OTT.
Correct.
So theatrical audience now, not only for Kantara, every director are into trying to produce, or also pushing the limits to let's pull the audience to theater for the cinematic experience. So that is there not only from my side. And for a question, while we were working for Kantara, we never thought that it's going to be a such hit. We have mind that it has to be a hit like everyone, but we didn't have time to analyze everything, because we were shooting and the VFX was post production was happening parallelly, because the shoot wrapped on, I think, July 7th.
Okay.
That was Rishabh sir's birthday. And we released the film on October 2nd. So there is hardly a 3 months, and how 2,000 to 3,000 shots we can't release it. So the plan, it was already made on the 2 years before itself, that when we are starting the film, we will work parallelly for the post-production also. So the entire movie sequence-wise been shot, and sequence-wise is edited, and sequence-wise is post-production also started simultaneously. So we were shooting a new sequence, we are reviewing the previous sequence, we are editing the last month's sequence. So that type of hectic schedule was there in Kantara for everybody, not only for VFX. So everybody were in that zone. I have to do the best. Nobody was in the assumption or how good it's going to be. We were completely glued to the thing, because we are completely glued to that small town, and everybody in one sync we were working. From the costume department, from the production designer, from the DOP team, and the entire crew members. Everybody are working, the action crew members, the crowd, and all the actors. They all working in one agenda only. Nobody had a thought that, okay, after the release, how well I'll be, how my creativity will be there. I never thought, or nobody had any conversation also like that when we were filming it. We were so focused in the tune, and none of our mind got deviated. Got it. Thanks to Rishabh sir for that.
But that is very rare. I mean, in a movie of this scale of visual effects, I mean, this hats off that the time required for post-production, you could mitigate it because you were doing the live.
Yes. While before post-production, the shoot started itself. As per the entire script, we bifurcated the entire script, and all the VFX sequence has been bifurcated. And I have budgeted also.
Oh, very good.
Then we had a conversation with producer, director, everybody were in all HODs, budget. So how the budget is going high, where we can reduce it. So that's not going to happen as usual. None of the budget arrives at exactly what we determine. But for Kantara, what we determined, we arrived almost exactly on the same
and you were, did you read the hardbound script? You were part of the...
Yes.
You read the script?
Yes, they had a complete hardbound script. Was there completely.
Okay.
We entirely go through the script. That's why scene-wise we allocated, bifurcated, and the associate directors and writers, they have completely bifurcated all the sequence-wise, because some things are very much rooted which I didn't understand, and I have to go back and ask them what does it mean. Then after that, the creative issues, then I have to go and ask Rishabh sir, and he will guide, okay, this is what it is, the meaning of what it is, and all he'll explain it. So as per the meaning only, we have to make the VFX notes also, because that has a lot of weightage in it. So we never knew, okay, if it's anybody is reacting like this, why is reacting, means that has a meaning for it. So they should react only a limitation. They should not cross the line. So those things of expertise will be guided by Rishabh sir himself.
But did this project challenge you in any way? Were you always confident that you will be able to deliver and meet the expectations, because such a high...
No, I was very confident of this project to deliver high expectation, but I was not confident of the time. So that keep always sticking me. While we are shooting it, while filming it, and their vision was so high. And to match that vision, the time allocation what has been given was like an Indian standard only time only. But the vision was, the director vision was so high, and whenever we show a reference of a Hollywood films reference also, he said it's not looking good. So I knew, okay, it's very hard to satisfy him and make it work. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's everything fell on place as certain things, and he said it's not working, means then he'll say, okay, it's not working for me either, so let's tweak it. So he also trim it, he'll tweak it. No, it's not working. Let's don't spoil the narration, or because of a bad VFX shot, then he'll just throw it out. Okay.
But in this case, the presence of Rishabh and his vision, I think it played a big role.
And shaped up. It's completely his one-man vision. 100%, I truly admit it. His artwork. He's a writer also. Writer, director, actor. So how much he has to pull it on, and all the actions, everything has been done by himself only, and he has to work out, and he has to bodybuilding, and he has to do the Kerala martial arts, Karala to, and he has to do horse riding. And editing will be done simultaneously. My QC will be done simultaneously. Production designers will be there. Costume designers will be there. His missus was costume designer. So they all will be there for get the QC approved for the next sequences. Color palettes. The DOP will have its own this thing. It's a complete mela only.
But Kantara, they broke the shackles. It broke the stereotype mold that South, North, all that divide got broken. Yes, and Kantara is now become a pan-India, pan-global brand. It has become. By itself is a brand now.
No, first part itself become a good brand. But so we all have the intention. The second part has to be the best than the first part. But when we narrated the script, and when we keep doing it, and finally we saw the output, we all got so enthusiastic. It's not only the double the thing, it's 10x than the first part was.
Every frame, even the acting.
Yes, fantastic.
It's a collective show of strength.
He does a lot of rehearsal with the actors itself on set. Then he does for the show.
Got it. But for you now, since that you have raised the bar in your own standards, the benchmark, you raised it, I'm sure that you will be looking for projects which are much more epic. And it's very difficult to get that level of detail which you got in Kantara, because every director has got their own style of functioning.
Yes.
But that's great. So, I mean, we have a lot of, laymen. Now, for example, if I am a layman and I am going to watch a movie, today the layman is also as a point of view. Like when so many movies are now coming, with the trailer release, they say, boss, this VFX is not good. People are saying, making observation. Now, yesterday, Alpha got released. Yash Raj Studios Alpha. And people have already started commenting this VFX is not matching with Dhurandhar. Dhurandhar has already raised the benchmark. So, do you think like that audience reaction is important before trailer release? Is it perceptions need to be matched? Or is it like, no, we will do our best and then we'll see? Or do we have an eye on what audience will think? Because audience become very smart now.
Yeah, that's true. Audience have become very smart. But there are multiple layers of process which we do in VFX. That doesn't completely involve only the VFX part. There are a lot of those parts are not shared or revealed because nobody bothers about it, because end product only matters. So that make happen a difference opinion. Because post Kantara also, I have done a film. We planned everything and we shot it. And we have to shoot a background plate for that, the way we planned. But we couldn't shoot it. Due to rain, we couldn't shoot it.
Okay.
And the time is going. We need to have do a release. Release date is nearing. And we tried to get permission for government authorized process. So it took a lot of time for what we planned to do this thing. And permission denied. And this footage was shot like 6 months ago.
Okay.
And the background plate we are still holding for 6 months because we couldn't get permission to shoot back to the same location where we want to shoot it. So other location we want to try, it's going to cost you a bomb. So producer is not willing to shed money. And to do a process, we have to install all the cameras on a proper rigged train. So that process and that proper rigged train, the riggers has to come from another city and they have to load all the stuffs, and they need a mock train to do it, and the train permission was not given. And to fix everything on a train, and we need a separate area where we need a complete forest area. So forest area, the train is not permission is not given because it's single track. So they are denied permission to shoot all those stuffs. And double track is means then we have to do a double track shoot. For double track, the environment is completely latest. As per the film requirement, it has to be in period.
Okay.
So for me, then creating the entire environment, it's nightmare, and again, it's going to cost. So we have to wait for another time, and we finally got wins, and all the things got cancelled, and there is no other option what to do. And producer and EP is director is what to do. And finally, we got okay. Just give me a drone at least. I'll do something, and then we got a drone, and we fly to Sri Lanka. Where because there is no cables around, because it's a period film, we should not have any cables, electric cables. It is supposed to be a goods train. So there is the only area where we don't get a railway line without the electric line, or else I have to erase the electric line. And we have and finally when we went and we shot it hardly we have 45 days for the release. Within 45 days of the release, we have a 6-minute sequence of background to be shot. And we went for a 2-day permission, and the entire day completely got rain. And we shot the chroma was in a sunlight.
Okay.
And it's raining, and we are standing there, and we got a 2-day permission. We have one AD and one drone operator, and the drone was was held in Chennai airport and we got some drone from Sri Lanka, and the drone operator was is a good operator, but he's not done the way of a full length this thing, because I want the background to be like a train ka rooftop ka fight action, so we have to roll entire thing. So after a certain point and the rain starts, he stops. So and the train has to be faster, so he's doing only like a 100 meters. I need 500 meters, then I'll ramp it. So I get 100 meter of footage. It looks like an action block. So that's not happening. Meanwhile, we're doing it. There was elephant crossing happened. Then we have to stop it. So 2 days become 3 days. After 3 days, then from there it has to ship. And again, the custom sees the footage and takes. And we had 30 days only time to do by the time. Then we brought all the things, and all the content has to be allocated. Then I have to go and sit in studio. Okay, from here to here. Editor said, I don't know which one is where to put it, because it's a complete chroma. Then I took all the footages. I made one generic offline footages. And because before I had a preparation of what are the axes we're going to shoot. And every axis, I got an iPad and I mentioned this is the shot number to shot number. This has this used. So seeing this now and divided everything, and the editing, the background editing is done in VFX Studio itself. So from the VFX Studio edited, from there we give it to DI and we got the scans and we mashed everything and released the film exactly like within 20 days we wrapped it. So this is the backstory of one sequence, which nobody will reveal why. Kantara, you took 2 years, and this 20 days one sequence means. It's not everything is in our hands. So a lot of permutation combinations are there, which since you ask, I reveal. Not everybody is going to ask from a creative or technical point, and audience won't know that. They pay the ticket and they see, okay, this is Avengers, it's looking cool. Or this ODC, it's going to look cool. And something, okay, this is, what is that? Dune. Now you see Dune, for 2 times Oscar winner for VFX. It's looking cool. As next screen 1 is Dune and screen 2 is some other film. It's not matching. But we don't know the backstory of all of
we don't know the backstory. I mean, of course, scale matters, budget matters, everything.
Yes. I have read in an article where for John Wick, the actor rehearsed for 3 months before the shoot. So 3 months he was dedicatedly rehearsing the action portion, like 2 hours before lunch, 2 hours after lunch for 5 days a week. 2 days he doesn't work. So 3 months he did for the entire movie. Then they went for the shoot locations.
Even the Tom Cruise movie, which latest came.
Yes. So 3 months of actor performing, the entire crew performing, the stunt crew performing, payment for everything has to be shared by the producer and everything. Means that is a secondary thing which we are still going there, but we are almost reaching there. But so far we haven't not that much of a privilege, because when we get the actors' dates, everything comes there where the pre-production starts and the main production starts, not with the entire thing.
So I'm asking, my question is that, see, Indian VFX is now slowly started to flex its muscles, right? We are there now. We may not be there at that world level, but we are getting there slowly. When did all this change? Because earlier VFX was make a film, blow 2 or 3 cars, just just push in some 2 or 3 action scene, and that is
Yeah.
VFX.
Yeah.
But now VFX has become an integral part of storytelling. You have
Yes.
VFX supervisor at the scripting stage itself, along with the cameraman, along with
All
the director.
HODs.
But when did this change? I mean, was it Bahubali which changed everything?
No,
Part
no,
one,
no.
or is it
Long time
before that?
along, it's already changed.
Okay.
But this change was not addressed to all the projects.
Okay.
So, a rom-com a project, you don't require all those steps. When the project script comes, it's a VFX heavy.
Okay.
They should budget it properly and they need a proper guidance. Then that time they'll hire a complete VFX supervisor.
Right.
Now, even a normal rom-coms also, they are even for I did Madgaon Express also. I was hired before, and Kunal came and narrated the entire script to me. And these things he wants. So he was very particular about what are things. Even though he also mentioned, I know it's a comedy film, but I don't want to lose any of the things which I wanted. It has to be picture perfect. So that was his mindset. So everybody are coming into that mindset. If of web series, I did Saas Bahu or Flamingo. Homi sir also was like that only. Before the project was proper script reading, this is a sequence I want this, how to do it, and he go take me to tech recce all the locations. We do tech recce's. This is the axis I'm going to keep. This is what I'm going to keep, and the action director will also be there. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to poke them. I'm going to choke them. I'm going to cut them. This is what I have wanted, and one extension of the Haveli and how the solar system has to be installed, how underneath the factory has to be, how the opium factory has to be made. Everything, everything discussed. Now with the trend has changed. Everything is involved before itself.
But do you think director needs to also have to be knowledgeable? I mean, if a director doesn't have a knowledge about all this VFX and all.
No, see, that will anyway helps actually because it's not about the knowledge, it's about the vision only matters for us. If they have exactly what the vision they want, means our job is to help them execute their vision.
Got it.
Without any loss of the quality. So if whatever the vision they say means, we'll help them. Some directors, if they have a vision but technically is not means, then we'll just show them a reference. So this is our problem we have. We'll explain them. So to achieve this, we won't be able to achieve the way you want it because it has a massive requirement. For example, I had a director, we had a shot of all the cars from the building has to fall down. Okay. Like a Fast and Furious. Sanjit, how is it possible? Then I showed him the making of the Fast and Furious. And so this much time it takes and you have a release date. And this is an additional action block which was pending. Was not shot because of the dates and the climatic conditions. We've changed it to another location. We're showing to achieve it same quality. This is a process. We won't able to make it to the release date if you are going for this process. Do you have any alternative? Then he understood. Yeah. I think it is going too risky for me, and to make it match exactly to Hollywood standards, and we can't put all the cars on this thing. So then he tweaked it and he changed it.
Got it. So, because nowadays what happened, unlike earlier times, the filmmakers are announcing the release date even before the movie is in production.
Yes.
When they're announcing the movie and they're announcing this movie is going to be made, and also announcing release date because so many films are coming. We are releasing 20 films in a week. Suppose I know these superstars films are going to release, then everybody else is scared, to push.
Because the volume matters. As a big star film release means that the window of their Friday to Friday release will be completely occupied. So they have to allocate a day where it's a safe day where we can get. And if it's like IPL is going, exams are going, and the rainy season, they say as a producer he will
look at it
because he's the one who's investing all this money. So to return, he has to take care of all this stuff.
So my question now is that say so many of our aspirants.
Yes.
VFX aspirants, people who want to enter the creative industry, make a name for themselves, watching you, listening to you. Very few people. I mean, we train around some 5 lakh students have been trained and placed in the last 30 years. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary.
Fantastic.
And we are so proud of you. You are like a role model to all of us, to the students, aspirants.
Thank you.
Very few people are able to reach where you have reached in life. Very few. This is a fact. At least in the VFX supervisor level. What is that required now? You know that because you have gone through the drill and the process. What is that separates you, differentiates you from that millions of people who are want to reach that level? What is that 2 or 3 things you did right? in retrospect?
Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, one thing I noticed where your question is, when I was studying in Arena Multimedia, in my classroom we had 14 member students were there at the time. Um, in that 14, there are many people. Everybody are willingly studying, but I found out that few of my members they were doing a BE, and I asked, why you're studying BE? Yeah, I'm studying BE, and this is also I'll study. Which one were better? I will just whichever luck thing I'll just go.
Yeah.
So that is the one thing I noticed, because so I was not in that category.
Got it.
I was very adamant that I will study only animation. I was not good at many other things. So I knew that I'm good at something. So I was very adamant in that. I don't know, 18 years, I don't know how I was adamant. I was adamant in that thing. I want to study this only. And while I'm studying itself, so Arena Vadapalni only I studied. So my Jivalata ma'am was my head.
Yeah.
So my mom had a conversation with Jivalata ma'am that my son has to get a job and all. So she was trying to did all the help to put me in a proper working zone office to get a job. And it's a 1.5 year course at the time. And within a year, I got a job. But past 8 months, she was pushing me a lot.
Okay.
So wherever I go to job, I'll come back and without attending it, interview also. So then why you're not doing it? She doesn't know. I'm sending you interview. Why you're doing good here? Why you're not getting selected? No, I said, no, I want to work in films only. So she was getting into the web designing company, office type, multiple companies. She was getting interviews and making. So you want a job? I promised your mom that I'll get you a job. So I'm putting in all the interviews. Why not going? And I said, no, ma'am, I want to do only in films. So I was so fascinated doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe at that age, I was so confident that I want to do that. Maybe that is the answer for you.
No, I think that your unbridled passion. I mean, you had clarity towards say things.
I don't know how I got, but I was into that passionate.
No,
Then she put me into a film interview where a film studio wants a VFX artist. She put me, now you go this one. So let's see where you acing it or
means
not.
you are saying that
Jivalata ma'am.
Yeah. Arena
Ma'am. So she went, and that was digital magic. Mr. Arulmurthy was my first boss.
I know him very well. Yeah.
He's my first boss.
Yeah,
so I went to interview, and I have to get that job. So my mindset was like that only. So I did interview for 2 days. He did give me a test shot. And after doing test shot from morning till night, I was doing it. And he said, are you done? I said, I'm not, sir. Little bit is there. So finish and show me. So it was Saturday interview.
Yeah.
And Sunday I went back and full day I finished and showed him. I said, he said that I liked you. You were selected yesterday itself. So why you didn't say no? No, I want to test how much you can pull out your patience. So you are eligible for this industry. So that was a compliment from my boss. So from that time, from non-stop 2 years, I didn't see a sunset. Because morning I will catch a bus, we'll go to the office, and back-to-back work will be hectic work because they were doing ads, a television series, and films also back-to-back. So I was completely enjoying it. So I never had any breakdown. So non-stop I was working. I was happy. Every time late nights only that time. Then after 2 years only, then move out and we settled, okay, let's relax. That's the way it has to work, and limitations happen. Till the time I was mad.
No, I think there are 2 or 3 things which is emerging now. One is that your clarity. You are very, very clear about the path you want to undertake.
Yes.
2, your focus. You didn't deviate. You stuck to it. And then your dedication, hard work. I mean, all these 3 things are absolutely critical for any animation or VFX aspirant who wants to make it big. I think there is no better role model than KV Sanjit. I mean, this story is like so inspiring that from the way he grew and built himself to doing some iconic films and so many other films which we can't talk about, he's going to work on. So very, very inspiring. And no doubt about it. But you moved from Chennai, lock, stock, barrel, you went to Mumbai, you settled in Mumbai for the last 13 years. Any difference you find between Chennai, Mumbai, I mean, people, industry, ecosystem?
Yeah, there are little differences. Mr. Vikram Bhatt only brought me over here to
Oh,
Mumbai.
wow.
So I was in Chennai. I was doing his project. All his horror film I used to do it. So he liked me and he said, "No, come back, come." And he only lifted me from Chennai.
Okay.
I was in Prasad EFX. So from there he lifted me to Mumbai, and I was continuous doing his projects only. So then I shifted myself back
Okay.
to back because he was doing back to back all the films.
Yeah, film.
Haunted, 1920, Ras, Mr. X, Creature, 19 Evil Returns. Back to back, he was doing a lot of films. I was completely
Yeah,
busy with him. Then Madras Cafe, Fukre, Ragini MMS2, Satyagraha. Everything was doing back to back.
Satyagraha is that Ranveer Kapoor. No, that is Rajniti.
That is Rajniti. After that, Satyagraha, Amitabh Bachchan, and
Oh,
all
okay,
Ajay
okay.
Devgan. So
Oh,
everybody was entire half a dozen crew was there.
Very good, very good.
That's also
So you worked
Prakash
with
Jha film.
so many. I mean, Madras Cafe remains one of my favorite films. Sujit
Yeah,
Sircar.
Sujit Sarkar's film. Yeah, so that's after Madras Cafe only. And he after that he does a one small film like a rom-com type. Then again he just called me for Sardar Udham.
Oh, that is
So whenever he has a big VFX thing, he
that's
just
a
called
super
me.
film. I mean, you got the Filmfare Award for it.
Thank you, thank you. That was a fantastic experience. He is also, you said now some director has technical knowledge like Vikram Bhatt. He is also in the excel level of technical knowledge. We don't want to do anything with him. We just have to execute. Rest and all, he'll take care of it.
He's
He's a
still
brilliant.
based out of Calcutta. He plays football.
Yes. He's a and he made lots of ads also. Now, so technically, he's very sound.
Very good. Very
Vikram Bhatt also is very sound and technically. He just if you say one thing now, he'll grasp everything. Okay, this is what you mentioned. I know. Like was only Sujit Sarkar sir also. It's very much a sound and knowledge of all VFX also. So he just says, Sanjay, I want this. You just execute it. So we have to just to do an execution only. And he just a fantastic QC. After a multiple iteration from my compositors, and I present it to the best version of me, and he'll find 5 to 10 mistakes. Sanjay, this is not good. This is not good. So I said, how are you finding it, sir? I just checked the shot 100 times. I couldn't find a mistake. It's my baby, Sanjit. I know. So that's a comment he says.
No, I met him. Actually, he came for one of our animation event in Run of Kutch.
Oh,
he's just a fantastic. He's he's so sure about his craft.
Fantastic.
Very sure about
very
his
clear
craft.
clarity about it.
Yeah. So I mean, the sort of directors you're
I'm still in
with.
touch with them. We are planning to another project also together. We are still in talks also.
So many iconic directors you worked. Rishabh Shetty, of course, Sujit Sircar, Vikram Bhatt. I mean, does the presence of these directors working with them also elevate your craft?
Yes, I learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
They're the one is pulling me up, right? All the crafts, whatever the visuals, the idea comes from there only, right? We are just executing. So they are completely an integral part of my upbringing and my vision also. It's their vision only. I'm just showcasing to the audience. So it's completely their part only.
So in your industry, for example, if somebody is looking for a job in our student finishes their program, they look for references. Your industry asks, can you refer? Like that, there's reference work in your industry. The Sujit Sircar will refer you somebody. There's work in this industry also.
Yes, everywhere that is, because that's a goodwill, right? Everybody refers. Vikram sir referred a lot with me. Multiple directors of Vishal Pandya and Bhushan Patel and all. He only recommends it. And many people recommends this thing. That's not a noise. And even the producers recommend this thing. Director recommends it. When I did Surfira, ma'am liked the work, and she only got me the next project. This thing. They all when they like the work, they recommend.
So when Kantara was a success, I think Homebeller did a big party. Right?
Yeah.
Big party. So how do you celebrate when your movies? You know that your audience is now accepted, not just in terms of the movie becoming a blockbuster, but the VFX is accepted now. People are talking about the VFX. So how do you celebrate? What do you do? I mean, do you then get that energy for the next project, or is there any particular unique way you celebrate your success?
By God's grace, touchwood, I didn't have time to celebrate. As I said, Kantara was releasing on October 2nd. October 3rd, I'm flying back to Hyderabad, and October 4th, I was shooting continuously. From there, then I'm coming back after Diwali was there. After coming Diwali, I've gone into Raqqa immediately. So I have to start working. So I didn't have time. for success party, Humbali and Rishabh sir called, so we went there. We had a proper one party time. So that time only, okay, we forgot what we were doing, and that 2-3 hours we enjoyed the party, and we just came back. That's it.